All right, good morning, guys. So today you're going to be using the student guide to complete a few parts in the student journal. So you're going to start with part one right here, chemical equations, and this over here is part one. So it's very easy to know where you're at when you're doing this today. You will read this little background area, this background information right here. It reiterates kind of the stuff that we were doing before we got out for Thanksgiving. It reminds us what our reactants are over here on the left side, our products are over here on the right side, and it goes through and it tells us how to read these equations. All right, remember that big 6 is the coefficient, that little 2 we call a subscript. So if we were going to read this, this would be 6 molecules, because coefficients tell us how many molecules we have. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 6 molecules of water yields 1 molecule, because there is no coefficient there, 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen gas. All right, so you read that and answer these questions. Then you get down here to the procedure part. All right, and I went ahead and did this first one for you because it tells you to list the elements that are present in the reactants and the product side. And you're going to determine the number of atoms of each element, and then you're going to use the cubes that are there, and you're going to make the elements, okay, or make the molecules, I mean. So they don't give you a whole lot of room in here, so you're going to have to write really small, but it is very important. Whenever you guys turn this in, I'm going to mark off if you didn't write out each element that is in each reactant side and each product side. Okay, so for this one, H, you probably want to get your periodic table out, because if you don't know what H is, you're going to need to look that up, because it's hydrogen. Okay, and so I'm going to write hydrogen out for the H, and I have a subscript of 2, so therefore I know there are 2 hydrogens there. Then I have a C. Capital C stands for carbon. Okay, there's no subscript behind capital C, so there's only 1 carbon. All right, and then the last one on the reactant side is a O, and that stands for oxygen, and there are 3 of those, because that subscript tells me that there are 3 atoms of oxygen. All right, and then I can go ahead and draw my molecule here. So if I count up all of my atoms here, there's 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 2 more is 5. So I drew out 5 molecules. And then there is you will have there, it's on my computer screen so I can't show it, but there is a key tell you what atoms are red, what are blue, and what are light brown. I think the oxygen is light brown, hydrogen is red, and carbon is light blue. But there will be a key that will help you with that. So that's that side, right? Then we're going to come over here and do this side. First thing we're going to do, count and label our elements. All right, so the first element is hydrogen. How many do we have? We have 2 because of that subscript, so label it 2. Next one we have is oxygen. Okay, and I wrote oxygen over here. So oxygen, how many do we have? We have 1 there, plus 2 there. So we still have 3 over here on the product side. And then the last one we have is carbon. And there's no subscript, no coefficient, so I know there's 1. So now I still have 5 atoms, right? But I have 2 molecules, because it's H2O plus CO2. So my 5 atoms are not going to be together anymore. All right, I'm going to have H2O has 3 molecules, and then CO2 has 3 molecules. So I can go ahead and draw those out, those 3. That's what I did. Boxed 3 little together, and then I looked at them. Hydrogen is red, and I know I have 2 of those, so I colored 2 of them red. Oxygen's light brown, so I colored that one light brown. Then I went over here to CO2. Carbon is light blue, so I colored it light blue. Then I have 2 oxygens, colored that light brown. All right, you're going to continue doing the rest of those for that one. Do not skip any of those steps. You will be counted off. It is very important that you are doing that. All right, then, so on that section, you will flip it. Oh, before, let me say here, Your second page will be still on part 1. Okay, up here, see how it says still part 1. So after you've gone through and you have labeled all of these, it asks you some more questions. You can answer these questions based off of prior knowledge, or you can go back and read here and it will help you answer those questions there as well. Okay, so flip that one, and then now this one. Okay, so you're also going to do part 2, the balancing act. All right, so this tells you all about balanced equations, the law of conservation of mass and what it states, and the whole concept here is that you figure out how to balance equations. On that assignment that you guys did on Monday, you were not doing these steps right here. You were not labeling them out, and you need to do that. I did not take what y'all did for a grade on Monday. There will be something else along those lines that if you leave that out, like on that other part and this, you will be taken off, okay? So on these, what you're going to do is you're just going to look at the equation below. You're going to list out the types of atoms, the elements that are in there, okay? And then you're going to count how many there are, and then you have to circle over here, are they balanced or not balanced? Okay, so we have 2 Na, that coefficient tells me I have 2 of those, so Na is 2. And then we have O2, that subscript tells me I have 2, so I have 2 oxygens as well. Then I go over here, Na, that little 2 back there tells me I have 2. Oxygen, there's nothing in front of it over here or behind it over here, so there's 1. So I have two sodiums on this side, 2 sodiums on that side, balanced. 2 oxygens over here, 1 oxygen over there, not balanced. So I'm going to circle not balanced. All right, so you are going to go down and you will label each one on both sides, and then you will count them. If you do not understand how to do that, you need to send me a message and let me know, and we can get on a Zoom and I can walk you through as many examples as I need to so you understand how to do that, because it is very important that everybody knows how to label, count, figure out if it's balanced or not balanced. All right. So you'll do that section, and then, I don't remember this part. Process by which. Yeah, you're going to do this part too. Okay, so I remember looking at it. I didn't do one of these because they only have 3. So what you're going to do here, they give you another chemical reaction on part 3. All right, so part 3 on both of them. They give you a chemical reaction. So first thing it asks you, is this equation balanced? Well, what are we going to have to do to figure out if it's balanced? We're going to have to list out each one of those elements on both sides. Okay, so you can like write on another piece of paper, or if you have a blank piece on the back somewhere, you do whatever you want. But you need to write out each element on the reactant side over here. You need to write the elements of the product side over here, and then you need to count them. So then you'll be able to answer this question. Is it the equation balanced, yes or no? Part B, it says circle the reactants and place a box around the products. So you're going to circle the reactant side, box in the product side. All right, and then you're going to write the equation as a sentence. Okay, so in order to do this, you will have to look over here and read what these molecules are. Like CaCl, that's calcium chloride. So you would say for this one, 1 molecule of calcium chloride and 1 molecule of sodium carbonate react, and they yield 1 molecule of calcium carbonate and 2 molecules of sodium chloride. All right? So if you do not understand how to do that either after reading this part, you need to let me know. We can Zoom and I'll kind of walk you through it. Okay, so those are the 3 parts that I want you to do today. If you finish those parts, then I want you to log on Canvas again, and you will do the quiz on there. That quiz kind of goes back over counting atoms, and it goes over this stuff again. It's almost just like that thing that you did Monday in class. Okay, so let me know if you need help on this. Reach out. Please send me messages on Canvas. I can hop on a Zoom while you're in class today if I need to. Just let me know if you don't know how to do it, because we gotta fix that. All right. Hope you guys have fun with this. Oh, and on this part, I don't think I said it. I just drew it here, but y'all have actual blocks there, so you can use those blocks and make your molecules before y'all draw them. That would be easier. I didn't have that luxury, but yeah, you're gonna actually make your molecules. Okay. Sorry I didn't say that at the beginning, but good luck. Hope you have fun, and I wish I could be there with you guys. Let me know if you need help.